Today, the 9 justices of the highest court in the land heard oral arguments in a high-stakes case known as Carson versus Makin. It challenges a Maine law prohibiting parents from using a state student aid program to send their children to faith-based schools.
Right now, the state offers tuition payments for students to attend private schools if they choose not to attend public schools. But faith-based schools do not qualify. The CBN News Capitol Hill correspondent ABIGAIL Robertson is following the case and joins us with the arguments. Abby?
Well, Jenna, attorneys for the parents who want to use these payments to send their kids to faith-based school argue it's discriminatory and unfair, and they believe that they should be able to use the payments to send their children to the school of their choice.
Religious schools, after all, teach religion. Yes, it is part of what they do. It is also part of who they are. Religious schools also teach secular subjects and satisfy every secular requirement to participate in the tuition assistance program. It is only because of religion that they are excluded.
But the opposing side argued that Maine has determined public education should be religiously neutral, so faith-based schools should not qualify for this benefit.
That is the benefit at issue here, a free public education. That private schools are sometimes enlisted to deliver the benefit is of no constitutional significance. States frequently outsource the delivery of public benefit programs, and that does not change the public nature of the program.
Now, it's unclear when the Supreme Court will release its decision, but in 2 recent cases that are similar, the High Court sided in favor of those arguing for religious schools to be included and qualify for public benefits. John, Jenna?
All right, CBN's ABIGAIL Robertson. Thank you so much, ABIGAIL. Here with us now is Diana THOMSON, an attorney with BECKET Law. Diana, thank you so much for making time for us tonight on Faith Nation. I guess first off, Diana, how important is this case? And then secondly, can you tell which way the justices seem to be leaning on this one at today's oral arguments?
This is an important case. The Supreme Court has said twice in the last 5 years that government can't discriminate against religion in public programs just because it's religious. And Maine has not gotten the message. And that's why we're back. This is a chance for the court to explain in a way that school districts, local governments, bureaucrats are going to understand that you can't exclude religion from a program when you offer it neutrally to across the board. The justices listened to the arguments on both sides today, and it did seem like you can never know what the justices are going to do, but it did seem like they're going to rule in favor of the families who are asking for equal treatment in this case.
Diana, is this a clear-cut case of separation between church and state, or is it deeper than that?
Part of the problem in this case is this idea that separation of church and state means that you have to exclude religion from ever coming near government. This is a situation where the government is saying we'll give money to families to send their kids to school, and the families can choose where they want to go. So it doesn't violate separation of church and state for the families to send children to a private school that's religious. In fact, it's part of the right of parents to choose how to direct the educational upbringing of their children. And that includes if they want to send them to a religious school, they have the right to do that.
Diana, can we zoom out a little bit? How important is the issue of school choice to religious schools that rely on some form of government funding?
Well, across the board, you have religious schools, doing great work across the country. They're offering, even Maine recognized in the arguments today that they do an excellent job of educating children, even in secular subjects. And so if you have a program, that offers funding for private schools, you want to be able to include those programs to include the richest opportunities for children across the board.
In your view, is there a constitutional argument to be made against allowing parents to use state funding to send their children to a religious school?
I don't think so, Jenna, and I think the argument behind that is just based on these old ideas of what it means to establish a religion. The original idea was we don't want a state religion, but including these schools in these neutral government programs doesn't do that.
All right, Diana Thompson with Beckett Law, we thank you so much for your time and your insights tonight. Diana.